coffee time. Gotta love a morning coffee, right? Let's wait till we get a few viewers. I'm not sure if I'm getting fat. Oh, if I am, I am. So be it. Let's have a cigarette. Don't smoke, it's bad for your health. See that? My content comes with warnings. Am I talking crap this morning? Probably. Got to say these words right. We tend to shorten them too much, which is a silly thing to do, really, because it could be misunderstood. One of my friends laughs at me because of the way I say buttons. Don't know why. Don't know why that's funny. I thought we might have had a few viewers by now. Been 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Nobody's joined us. Good morning. One viewer. How are you? Welcome. Do you have your morning coffee? Do you drink coffee? Do you drink tea? What are we talking about today? Don't know. Don't know what we're going to talk about. Is today a good day? I'm leaning towards yes. Today is going to be a good day. The sun is shining. My dog's happy. I'm happy. I've had a delivery. A little bit of product placement shortly. I'm not being sponsored to do so, but I will show you. So on Sunday, I decided that I was going to order my favourite sweets. So I did, and they arrived this morning, and I unpacked them to realise I bought, let me grab it, the correct sweets, lime midget gems. However, I bought 2 kilograms. 2 kilograms. They will probably last me about 4 days. I don't know if I'm supposed to eat them. I had my gallbladder removed and they contain fat. So get in the comments, guys, what are your favourite sweets? Do you eat sweets? Are you a child like I am? I'm a big kid. I like childish things. Skittles, yes, love Skittles. I will actually sit and eat a full bag of Skittles in no time on my own. I don't even share. I've got such a sweet tooth. Let me know where you're from, guys. Do you suffer with depression? Yeah, I like Army and Navy too. I've not seen them for a long, long time. Did you like my product placement? Did you like that? Windsor, nice place. I have been to Windsor once. I didn't go and see Windsor Castle, but I have been through Windsor, shall we say. Many, many moons ago. I was probably about 17 then. I drove there before I passed my driving test. No, I'm not local to Windsor. I am from Devon. It's lovely where I live. If you've seen any of my videos, I'm surrounded by fields. Mohammed, thank you. It's just morning coffee time. I tend to do this every morning now. And the reason I do this is to raise awareness for anxiety and depression. I suffer with both. Yeah, Devon and Cornwall. Cornwall is a lovely place. I'm probably 20 minutes from the border. So, Lauren, hi, good morning. So, yeah, anxiety and depression, and that's what it's all about. I'm trying to raise awareness, trying to get people to talk about it. Glad to hear it. Let's get in the comments about your own afflictions, shall we say. Do you suffer with depression? How does it affect you? Bipolar, yes. I'm guessing that depression will come hand in hand with bipolar. Very difficult to deal with, I suppose. My wife would tell you that I suffer with Tourette's. I've never been diagnosed with Tourette's, but I will come out with random things, and I'll say something that I don't mean to say. So can you expand on this area? Bipolar anxiety, sad feelings, especially in the cold weather. Yes, sad. Sad is, we touched on this a couple of days ago on sad, and it's where the weather, the bad weather, the dark nights, dark mornings affect your mood. You can buy special light bulbs, and these light bulbs create the same sort of thing as the sun somehow, which does help with sad. So I will try and find a link for the bulbs and drop them somewhere on a video. I may do a little short about it and put the link in there. I don't think I can do it here, so I can't be much help, but click subscribe, keep up with what I'm doing, and I will do a short and add the link for these special light bulbs that help with sad. it's a good name for it actually, because it's exactly what it makes you feel. Dark mornings, dark nights, um, dark days, really, because during the later months of the year, we don't have the same sunshine. So it's grey, it's miserable, and it brings you down. So, yeah, um, I do understand completely about SADS. It must be really difficult for someone with bipolar as well because um, it could trigger episodes. Yeah, I can understand that, Mohammed. So it doesn't affect me in that way. I do get a little bit low when it's miserable out, but that's mainly because I can't go for a long walk in the fields. I do enjoy going for a walk with the dog, and when it's raining, there's only, I tend to keep the walks a little bit shorter. Um, he struggles with long walks anyway, but he loves it. It just gets a little bit too much for him. But I tend to keep it close by these days for him. But he would walk as far as I wanted to. So when the weather's miserable and it's raining, I tend to make the walk shorter with the dog. What you barking at? Hmm? Come here. What you barking at? Come on, man. He's a good boy. Yeah, I'm hoping that my channel will help many people. That's why I'm doing it. Um, I suffer with depression and anxiety myself, even though the dog keeps me smiling most of the time. Down you go then. Go on then. Why are you sneaking me peeks there? What? What do you want? Sorry, where was I? He's a Springer. He's 11. He's retired. He's a farm dog. Was a farm dog. And he's a little bit nutty like me. Why am I nutty, you ask? I'm a little bit of a freak. I don't know. What is a pug cross with a Jack Russell? Do I want to know? You got me worried, Mohammed. Go on, tell me. I'm waiting. A jug, fuck's sake. Really? A fucking jug? Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. But there we are. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I love dogs as well. Um, we had a German Shepherd before him. He's only been with us just over 12 months. And our German Shepherd was mental. He was the wife's dog. 100% the wife's dog. He wouldn't do anything I asked him. He would lay on my side of the bed and he'd growl at me if I tried to get in bed. Yeah, he was definitely the wife's dog. Whereas Marley, this one here, is my dog. He goes everywhere with me. He does everything with me. When I finally go back to work, it is going to be a struggle because I don't know what I'll do with him. Yeah, I didn't name him, unfortunately. He was named by his original owner, who passed away when he was 3, I believe. He then moved to the farm where I live, and he was a farm dog there for 7 years. And then he decided that he didn't want to be a farm dog anymore, and he used to come up here every day and spend a bit of time here. I would go down to the farm and do bits and bobs on the farm with a tractor. I restored the tractor the year before last. That was a big help for me until I needed a couple of operations. So that was a good help for me, but then I got to a point where I couldn't do that anymore. So, yeah, he decided he was going to come and visit every day, and then one day he just decided, I'm not going home. And we rent from the farm. The landlord, the farmer, is a good friend. My wife's known him all her life. So, yeah, we were really lucky to live here. My wife was born here in the house next door. I say next door, it's not next door, it's a 5-minute walk up the lane, and she was born here. So he decided, I'm going to come and live here now, and he's never gone back since. So yeah. I'm afraid, Mohammed, that is something I couldn't do because of my depression and anxiety, especially the anxiety side of things. I get completely overwhelmed by people. So if I've got more than sort of 3 or 4 people in a room, it's too much for me. I will retreat into my bedroom and get out of the way. So any more than sort of 3 or 4 people, I'm gone. I'm out of it. I can't deal with that. I would be happy to do it over a screen. That wouldn't be a problem. If I can't see the people, yeah, I'm all right then. Although 2 weeks ago, if you'd seen me trying to do this 2 weeks ago, I was terrified, absolutely terrified. I could possibly do a WhatsApp call. That would not be a problem. Oh dear. Coffee. First coffee of the morning is 100% the best. Experience, yeah, 100%. Knowledge, I'm not so sure about. I'm not a therapist. I don't claim to be a therapist. I don't know everything. I just know my side of things, what I have experienced. My depression started about 22 years ago. I had a breakdown and it lasted a little while. I went back to work, and I've been a plasterer for 30 years. So I went back to work, self-employed, with my own business, and I used to earn decent money. And then in December last year, my dad passed away, and it was too much. It was too much. I couldn't cope. I didn't get to say goodbye the day that he died. He wanted to see me, and before I'd even got into the car, he passed away. So that's when the depression took hold again. Before I knew it, I was locking myself away. I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't doing anything. It was too much. All at once, I missed my dad, and that's why I relapsed with depression. So you'll notice the beard. The beard is new for me. I've never had a beard in my life. I've had a little bit of stubble, but I've decided that I will grow a beard, even if it's not a permanent thing. I'm going to grow a beard for my dad, to remember him. Not that I need any help to remember him, but my dad had a beard my whole life at least. As long as I have known him, I've never seen him without a beard. He was my stepdad, so that's why I say as long as I've known him. But I've known him pretty much my whole life. And yeah, so that's why I'm growing the beard. The wife doesn't like it. She said it's spiky. I don't know how to do that, Mohammed. I've no idea how to do that. If you're on Facebook, you can look me up on there. Same name, Depression Talks, and you will find me. There is a group that I have on Facebook called Imagine Living. So if you can get onto one of them, then you can contact me through there, if that would help. I wouldn't say that I would be a good motivational speaker, to be honest, but I can offer sort of my own experience to people. Doing this helps me, and yeah, to be honest, I just talk crap on here. I would like to get more followers. I'd like to see people clicking subscribe, click that like button. The name on Facebook is Depression Talks. There is also a group called Imagine Living. Nora, good morning. Tell me about it. How does it affect you, Nora? Coffee. So, an hour ago, I had no idea how my day was going to go, whether it was going to be miserable and down and a bad day. I'm now leaning towards a good day, which is good. I'm happy with that. I like good days. Nora, sleeping all the time. Yeah, I've been there. I don't know how to send links on here, Mohammed. I don't even know how to put a comment in, if I'm honest. If you search for the group Imagine Living, you will find me. So yeah, sleeping all the time. I've been there. Um, what I found was, because I couldn't deal with the issues that were going on, I would hide away in my bedroom. And the less I did, the lazier I become. And I know it's not laziness. Um, I can't think of a better word. But I would hide away in a bedroom. I would sleep on and off. Um, the stress, the anxiety, the depression would all be too much for my brain, and the only way I could shut it off would be to sleep. Um, how did I deal with that? Well, the only thing I could do was to push myself. I started simple. I started going out into the garden. Um, Mohammed, I really don't know how to send links. Um, I can't even comment, I'm afraid. So I really don't know. The only thing you can do is search Facebook for me. Um, so yeah, the only way that I found was to push myself. So I went out in the garden, baby steps, you know. So being out in the garden was enough for me to not want to sleep. I wouldn't really do a lot in the garden. I'd just potter around, um, just doing simple little things. And I found that doing so kept me going. It stopped me wanting to sleep. Are you on medication, Nora? Does that make you tired? While I take a pause, don't forget, click that like button and subscribe. The more people that click like, subscribe, share, the better. Get the awareness out there, so that people know that they can sort of join the channel and talk about things, which is my aim. I want people to talk about their anxiety, depression, and get it out there. The more you talk about these things, the better you can deal with it. It may not work for everyone, but there is this stigma, especially for men, I would say. Um, the stigma is that you don't talk about being depressed. You don't open up about it. Again, especially for men, because men are expected to get on with it and do what they've got to do. So men don't open up. Men don't talk about these things. I'm a builder, and it's certainly not something that builders would open up about. I've seen it so many times. But lately, I'm seeing more and more people that are suffering with depression, and they have nowhere to turn. So now there is somewhere to turn. I'll be posting videos daily. I will be doing a live morning coffee daily. Even on my bad days, I will be doing this. And yeah, I want to help people. Um, Nora, I agree completely. The stigma is definitely there for men and women. Um, the reason I say it's more so for men is because other men see it as weak. And being a man, we don't want to be seen as weak. I'm going to pause just for a second. Bear with me, please. Apologies, I had delivery. If this is what I think it is, I'm going to be a busy boy today. Mohammed, I don't know how to do a link. I can't even reply in the comments. Let's see what we've got. I think this is a part for my car. I think. It is indeed. Car parts. That's me going to be busy today. I may do a video of that. Another day in paradise, I suppose. Does anybody know, is there a way for me to put any links in the comments? Because I don't know. I can't see a way of doing it. Nora, thank you. Yeah, this is exactly why I'm doing it. I've suffered in silence for a long time. I've never talked about it with anyone. And there have been times where I'd had enough and I didn't want to go on. There have been times where I was completely overwhelmed and I couldn't see any way out. And in them times, I have almost done stupid things. And at that time, I didn't think it was a stupid thing to do. At that time, I thought it was my only option. And I was wrong. I was so wrong. So my wife reminded me of why I need to keep on living. At that time, she was my girlfriend, and she caught me. She caught me trying to put an end to it all. She walked in just at the right time. I was considering what would be the easiest and least painful way to do it. I'm not going to say what I was trying to do because I don't want to encourage anyone to feel that way. And she caught me and she told me, think of your kids. Think about your kids and how doing this will affect them. And she was right. I know. She's my wife. She's always right. So I did think about it. I was wrong to think about it. I should never have thought about doing that. It was a moment of weakness where I couldn't see any other option. There is other options. Just talk to someone. You don't even need to tell them why you want to talk. You don't need to talk about what you're feeling. Just have a chat with somebody. Have a chat with a friend. Having that chat may completely change your outlook on what is going on. And it may make you realise that there is actually somebody there as a friend. My wife has stood by me for, well, I had my first breakdown 11 years ago while I was with my wife. And she stood by me ever since. That breakdown lasted for a long time. I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to do anything. No, I wouldn't say it runs in my family. I grew up, so a little bit about me. I grew up on a council estate. If you don't know what a council estate is, it is an estate where most of the people that live there are on benefits and rent from the local council. Rough upbringing. It wasn't a great upbringing. My mum's husband, when I was young, beat me up. He'd hit me daily. He was my first stepdad. Now, the guy that I call dad is my second stepdad, but I've known him my whole life. So my first stepdad he was a cunt. I'm sorry for the word. He was. There's no other word for him. He hit me daily. He sexually abused my sisters, my niece. So all this sort of comes together to paint the picture. Okay. So then we move to my second stepdad, an amazing man, absolutely fantastic man. He's been there my whole life. He was a family friend. And when he and my mum got together, he used to do things with me, like he'd be outside working on his cars. He was a mechanic, self-taught. He was always under a car or in a car or doing something to a car. And I used to watch him, and I'd go out and help him now and then. It's something that we used to do together. And then when I was, I'll say 13, I think I was 13, he started to lock himself away, and it turns out that he was paranoid schizophrenic. So his breakdown happened when I was 13. He was diagnosed then. He self-admitted into a mental hospital. He spent a little time in there. I had to go and visit him in there. That was horrible. It was now, to put a bit of context to this part, when your day is dark and dingy and the sky is grey and it's miserable, it makes you worse. So when I went to visit my dad, he was in the hospital and it had small windows this big that I remember. So everything was dark, everything was grey. The walls were a bluey grey. It was miserable. How anybody was expected to beat the depression, the anxiety, the the feeling that all this comes with paranoid schizophrenia, all these feelings. So how he was expected to get better in a place like that, I'll never know. So they dosed him up on medication. He came home and he never recovered. He suffered for many, many years from that day. They've changed his medication here and there, but he would not leave the house. He would not do anything. He would not go out into the garden and work on vehicles anymore. He was done. There was nothing he could do. I grew up seeing all this. So he passed away in December. And although the later years of this suffering that he endured, he was a little better with his medication, but he still had the same issues. None of it went away. The paranoia was always there. So yeah, all these things put together have probably affected my own mind. So yeah, I did grow up with it. No, it doesn't necessarily run in my family. My sister does suffer with depression. My children suffer with depression. But other than my children and my sister, nobody else in the family seems to suffer with depression or anxiety. Sorry, that was a long-winded answer. But it does give you some context. Don't forget, guys, if depression and anxiety does affect you, click like, click subscribe, share the channel, get other people that you know that suffer to join in. It may help them. I would love to be able to help other people, and that is my aim. I'm looking at my first delivery of the day that I received this morning. It was waiting for me when I got up, and I'm desperate to open it. I have opened the actual parcel. I know what is in it. What is in it is sat right in front of me, and it's calling my name. So my favourite sweets are Lion Midget Gems. You see? The black ones are licorice. And if you look, 2 kilograms. That box of sweets will probably last me 4 days. 2 kilograms. They're my favourite, I can't help it. And no, I'm not sponsored. I don't have any sponsors. It's not exactly product placement, although it is, but I don't receive anything for that. They're my favourite sweets, and I ordered them on Sunday evening, probably about close to midnight Sunday, and they arrived this morning. Really fast delivery, and I can't wait to get into them. Look at the state of my hair. Look at this. I need a shower. I need a shower. It may help me feel a little bit better as well. I'm feeling pretty decent, to be honest, today. Nora, yes. Negativity towards yourself is a major factor in the depression. You have to look at things with small victories, and I do this daily. I find small victories. So if you prefer to spend your, I'm on disability as well, if you prefer to spend your day hiding away in bed and sleeping, you need to find small victories. So for me, when I was in your position, which wasn't that long ago, my small victories would be to get out of bed. That's a victory. Gold star for me. Then I would go for a wash, brush my teeth. That's 2 more small victories. Every single thing that you do is a victory, and you need to focus on the things that you are doing. So everything that you do is a victory, and that's how you look at it, and that is how you beat the negativity towards yourself. Brushing your hair, coming downstairs, sitting on the sofa, watch a film, watch a TV series, watch something that will take your mind off yourself. It helps. It's worth trying to try and beat it. But you need to have those victories. Without them, you've got nothing to feel positive about. So you make something positive. So my victory for today, I still count getting up, getting a shower, making myself a cup of coffee, washing the dishes. They're all victories. My victory for today, I'm going to record it. I'm going to go and install this on my wife's Volvo. I'm going to record it. I'm going to put a video up. There may be some swearing in it. But I'm going to record it. I'm going to post it, and that will be my victory of the day. It all mounts up. It all helps. It all gives you something positive about yourself in your mind. And that is a massive part of depression, giving yourself something that you've done that is positive. Does that make sense, Nora? Does that help? I'm not sure how many views we have at the moment, because there seems to be a delay. So at the moment it's telling me there's only 1 of you, which I'm guessing would be you, Nora. Hopefully there is more than that. But even if there's not, if I help 1 person, then that's a massive thing for me. I want to help people. I want people to understand that they're not alone in this. Joe, welcome. Nice to see you again. How are you doing? Joe, today's a good day. Today is a good day. I wasn't sure earlier. Still on my first coffee. It's lasting quite a while this morning. I've been live now 50 minutes, and do it. Get out of bed, brush your teeth, have a wash. You'll feel better. Trust me, I know. I've not even had a shower yet. I've not brushed my teeth. I've got up this morning, I've come downstairs, My parcel was waiting for me, which I'm really happy about. I'm going to share this again. I've just shared it once. I've just shown everyone. But I've got a sweet tooth, and this arrived for me this morning. I ordered it on Sunday. I'm not getting paid to show you this. This is not an advertisement. Lion Midget Gems. Look at them. See them there? That is my excitement for today. When I got up, it was there waiting for me, and I love them. That's a 2 kilogram box that'll last me about 4 days. So yeah, Nora, you're very welcome. Just remember little victories. As I was just saying to Joe, get out of bed, do something. Everything that you do, you wake up in the morning and you feel like shit, and you don't want to do it. You don't want to get out of bed. You just want to hide under the duvet. I've been there. I've felt it. I was there yesterday. Yesterday was a good day up until a certain point. I think it was yesterday. I can't remember now. Days mingled. They all sort of blend into one. So forgive me. But I think it was yesterday. I was having a decent day until probably about early evening. And I posted, it was the day before yesterday, I posted something on here and shared it onto Facebook. And it was something that I'd shared 9 years ago. And it was about depression and about people not understanding depression. And there was a name in it, and the name just happened to be the same as one of my friends. And he rang up and said that he was unhappy about what I just shared. I did explain that it wasn't aimed at him, but he still wasn't happy, so I removed it. Anyway, it wasn't aimed at him at all. It's something that I shared 9 years ago on Facebook, and I just reshared and edited it into a short. So my friend that rang me, I respect very, very much. He's a very good man. I would not want to disrespect him in that way, so I removed it. And the thought that I had disappointed him, and that he was offended by something that I had done, pushed me over the edge, and I went and hid under my duvet. It got too much. The day got too much. And that's how it ended. That was yesterday when I got up in the morning after it had happened, and I felt terrible. And as the day went on, I started feeling worse and worse, to the point where I just went to bed and hid. So I do understand. And all you can do is fight it. Yeah, the dreaded duvet. Funnily enough, it's my safe space. When my wife's children come here, I'm not allowed to talk about my wife's children, so I'm not going to go into it. I find it too much for me to handle. Not because of who they are, nothing like that. It's just too many people. So any more than sort of 4 people completely blows my mind. I can't deal with that. And I go and hide. I get into bed. I'll put something on the TV, watch something on TV, and hide from life, because it just overwhelms me. It's too many people. It doesn't have to be my wife's children. It can be anyone. And I'll just disappear out of the way. I don't like it. So yeah, get out of bed. Go and make yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee. Make me one while you're there. Did you see that? Did you see that? Coffee. Joe, are you on your phone? Nora, I live in Devon. Yeah, I have. You're on your phone, right. Are you out of bed? Right, okay. So, do me a favour. Get out of bed. Go and put the kettle on. Little victories. I want blow by blow details in the comments. I am out of bed. I am walking down the stairs. I am in the kitchen. Come on, let's do it. I'm waiting. Come on. Little victories. You can do this. Why not? What do you drink? Tell me, tell me. Perfect. Why don't I believe you though? Okay, I think what we might have to do. Joe, would you be interested in doing a live chat? Just the two of us, for everyone to see. Really? Guinness for breakfast? Please tell me you're joking. I know it's non-alcohol, but it's not the point. It's Guinness. Do you drink anything else? Diet Coke? I don't like Diet Coke, it's disgusting. I do like Pepsi. I tend to drink a lot of lemonade or tonic water. Just for Nora. What are you going to swap it for? I don't know whether I answered Nora, actually. Nora, I live in Devon. There you go, apple juice, perfect. That's better, isn't it? Well, I think I'm going to have to make myself another coffee. Do you know that? We've been on live now an hour, and I've run out. I got a little tiny bit in the bottom, so I might have to replace that. What do you reckon? I've noticed that when I do these live feeds, it takes about 24 hours before it actually goes onto my channel. Joe, that would be amazing. We'll arrange it. Have you looked me up on Facebook? Okay, I do have WhatsApp. I don't know how we can connect through YouTube. I don't know if that is possible. You may have more idea than me. Perfect. I will do that. I'm guessing that because my channel is called Depression Talks, nobody knows my name. Am I correct? Oh no, you're a Scouser. No, I'm not Paul or John. I'm actually Rob. You too, Joe. I'm not sure about you being a Scouser though, that's a bit worrying. If you've lived in Essex for a long time though, do you still have the Scouse accent? You actually, yeah, I could imagine that really. I grew up about 20 miles away from Liverpool. Yeah. How much of the local area do you know? I grew up in between St Helens and Warrington, so a little place called Earlstown. No, not Skem. Even if I was from Skem, I wouldn't admit it, would you? Yeah, I grew up in Earlstown. Yeah, I do. And you admit to that? My brother actually lives in Bootle. He does sound Scouse. Yeah, very. The first, when I got into my trade when I was 17, the first site that I worked on was in, was it, I want to say Corby or Cosby, not Crosby, but something like that. It definitely wasn't Crosby, I don't think. But it was somewhere in Liverpool, Corby. No, it wasn't Chorley. I spent about 12 months working there. For a day of fun, I used to jump on the train and go to Liverpool Lime Street. I'd spend £2 on a save away ticket, go to Liverpool Lime Street. Am I still here? I seem to have got disconnected. Am I back? Yeah, my apologies. I think my broadband went down for a second. Because my broadband is over radio waves, we don't have any wires, so it's all through the radio waves. And if the frequency gets any sort of interference, it can cut you off. It's not good when you're gaming, when you're playing games. Not that I play online games other than on my phone. I used to play games a lot. So yeah, my brother lives in Bootle. He got married in Southport. Been to Southport many times on the fairground in the go-karts. It's no good. I've got to make myself another coffee, so bear with me. I will still be here, just I won't be on camera. I will be watching the comments. Can you still hear me? Good. Okay, kettle's on. I've not been to Southport for a long time. I think it was the last time I went would have been my brother's wedding, and I didn't go anywhere. There you go. That's what I like to hear. Do you feel better now that you're out of bed? %, that's good. That's better than not at all, isn't it? I think Nora's probably very early for Nora to be online. I would say it is midday here, so what, 7 a.m. ish, maybe even 6 a.m. Nora, what time is it? There you go, 4 a.m. I was only a couple of hours out. So why are you not sleeping? Would you like me to sing you a lullaby? Midday? Coffee. can probably tell that today is a good day just from my demeanour. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Definitely not going to happen. There we go, coffee. Perfect. Just what I need. Coffee number 2. There we go. I do need to get dressed. I'm not going to do that on camera. Not a chance in hell. One of my mates said to me that to get more subscribers, I need to show boobies, and I'm not going to do that. I did that earlier. I'm not going to do it again. I have boobies. No, I don't. I'm joking. Oh, that's exciting. Are they going to change your meds? Don't do what? Don't sing or don't show boobies. I like boobies. Boobies make men happy. I'm not going to show boobies. I'm glad to hear it. To be honest, I've noticed that I seem to get more subscribers from the live streams than I do from any of the shorts that I put out there. Do you follow the shorts that I've been putting on? Do you see them? I don't know whether they show up, whether you get notifications or anything when you subscribe. I'm gonna have another cigarette. I'm smoking a lot today, actually. It is what it is. Nora, getting control of your sleep patterns is difficult to do. What I tend to do, I go to bed quite early. I'll be in bed before 9 o'clock normally, and then I'll sit in bed. Obviously the wife works, and she works hard. Vaping is terrible. Vaping is worse than smoking. The damage that a vape can do happens much faster than smoking. I tend to aim for about 6 hashtags on each one. I've seen a couple of videos that say any more than that will mess up the algorithm with YouTube, and it thinks that you're a bot apparently. So I try to aim for about 6 hashtags on each short. Yeah, normally the hashtag FYP has about 112 million, so I tend to use that one. But I do also use a couple that don't have so many, like hashtag depression, hashtag anxiety, hashtag mental health awareness, because I want the people that sort of use those channels to see that I'm there, simply because that's what I'm all about. The thing is, yes, I want to get more subscribers, but I don't want just any subscribers. I want subscribers that need to talk about depression and anxiety, if that makes sense. About 2 weeks, Nora. I started 2 weeks ago-ish. And I'll be honest, I was absolutely terrified. And I had to do it. I'd done a live one on Facebook with my daughter. She also suffers with depression, and we had a chat about depression and where it stemmed from, where it came from. It was difficult for her as well. It seemed that both of our depressions stemmed from the same time. Unfortunately, her depression started when she was very young. So she was probably 3 or 4 years old where hers came from. But it was the same thing for her as it was for me that started it all. Her depression came from the time when I moved away. And a little bit of a story there. I moved away and I used to visit a couple of times a month. So she'd get excited to see me. However, when I would leave, she would break her heart. She would absolutely break her heart, which broke my heart. And her mum asked me to stop coming to see her because she had to pick up the pieces every time it happened. So I agreed because it was for the good of my children. And that was probably the hardest decision I've ever made in my life. And I thought I was doing the right thing, and it turns out I wasn't. Obviously now I talk to my daughter as much as I can. I could probably talk to her more than I do, really, but time gets away from you. You don't realise how much time passes, so I probably speak to her at least once a week. Yeah, it was a difficult decision, but I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was doing good for my kids by not disrupting their lives anymore, because that's what I had been told. And I was wrong. I should never have done it. I should never have stopped going to visit. I did keep in contact over the phone. We did talk over the phone. We did talk on camera through Facebook when they were little. And then one day I had a phone call from my then, I think she was 6 or 7 year old daughter. She'd asked my mum if her dad was dead. So my mum rang me so that she could see me. She rang me on Facebook and over camera, so she could see me, so she knew that I was alive. That was difficult. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to end that there. We've been live for 80 minutes, so I think I might have to end it there, because it's going to take forever to upload, because even a short live feed takes 24 hours. Mohammed, I don't know how to share a link. I can't answer that. All I can say is do a search on Facebook for a group called Imagine Living, and you will find it. There's only one channel, and that's mine. Correct. Imagine Living. You will find me there. So, Joe, do you really wear PJs? Well, depends, doesn't it? Have you got neighbours? There you go. That's another positive for the day. You're outside, just chilling. I was just going to end it there. I'm thinking of the upload time because a short 25-minute live feed takes about 24 hours, and I've been on 80 minutes now. So I'm lucky I don't have neighbours, so I can go out naked if I want to. A couple of weeks ago, I went out and cut the grass. Not that you'd believe it now, looking at the length of it. I cut the grass naked. It was lovely. I wouldn't advise it if you've got neighbours. I don't have neighbours. Well, I do have neighbours, but they're far enough away from me not to have to worry about them seeing me. I would much rather be naked, if I'm honest. But yeah, it is what it is. I've always liked being naked. Even when I was a kid, I liked to be naked. I've always slept naked. So when I get out of bed, I just throw this on. Simply because my wife and I don't live alone. Her son lives with us, so I can't walk around naked. So I'm going to finish my cigarette that I don't recommend anybody else uses because smoking is bad for the health. And then I'm going to call it a day on this. Joe, I will drop you an email later on today, I think. Mohammed, thank you. I will have a look shortly. I'm going to, when I end this in a minute, I'm going to get dressed and go and do a video. I'm going to record myself fitting this on the car. That'll be fun. I will be swearing. But again, it will be a victory for the day. Something that I have fixed. I enjoy working on cars. It gives me purpose. So my plan now will be, I'm not going to bother having a shower because I'm going to get covered in oil. So what I'm going to do is get a quick wash, get dressed and get out there and fit the new part, which should be interesting. Yeah, sun's out here as well. It's lovely here. So don't forget to share, guys, when you see it. But also, if you're going through any of my shorts and reels and things like that on my YouTube channel, click share on them. Get them out there. Let people see them. It would be good to get some more subscribers. My aim is to get to at least 1,000 really. It's going to be hard. A couple of weeks and I've struggled to get to 100 subscribers. But I want to get it out there. I want to get the subscribers in to a point where I'm on every day, Nora, but you may miss me because it's 4 o'clock in the morning for you. And I don't want you staying up, especially to see my feeds. Joe, I would appreciate when you put your shorts out, maybe you could give the channel a mention. I will also click on yours and see if I can subscribe. If I haven't already, I may have already subscribed, I'm not sure. I think I may have, actually, I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that. Have you done shorts about depression, things like that? Mohammed, you're welcome. Okay, I will take a look and check to see if I've subscribed. Mohammed, it's a Volvo S60 and I'm going to do a video on it. So keep your eye out for that. I will I'll record the whole thing. It may take a little while. It may be a long video. There may be a lot of swearing, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to put an end to it there. Thank you very much, guys. And keep your eye out for my videos, my shorts, and stay positive. Everything is a victory. All right, guys, take care. Goodbye.